Happy Sunday. It's Coach Shoni coming to you with a channeled message. Spirit told me just get on here and do it. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you yet, but it's about to come to me, so hang on a second. However you started your day, here it is. Here it is. However you started your day is how you're living your life. So if you started your day in a rush, in a bad mood, waking up thinking about yesterday, focused and distracted on other things besides the present moment, and you didn't wake up excited that you have life right now, then you are missing out on life. And this moment is an indicator for you. You think you just do it every once in a while, but you're doing this all day long. You think you just, oh, I was just waking up in a bad... No. You're living in a bad mood. You're living distracted. You are living in the past, depression, in the future, anxious, and you're missing out on what's happening right now. Throat chakra. You're missing out on what's happening right now. And there's a lot for you to get out of this moment at this period in your life. You're in a season where things are happening for you fast. And if you keep on okay then. If you keep on focusing on what already happened and what passed, what left, what ain't here today, what ain't right now, you're missing out on everything that's happening right now. And you're going to constantly live in this perpetual cycle of regret and FOMO, fear of missing out. You keep missing out because you're not present. Things are coming to you at this moment, you're not present. Then you always look back later. You're delayed. You're delayed. Okay. You're delayed in reviewing your life. You're processing things in a delayed state. You need to come present. And so what that looks like is every time you get a moment, you're constantly reflecting over how you were in the midst of something and you missed the moment. Ah, dang, I should have paid attention. I should have paid attention. I was distracted. I had this on my mind. I had that on my mind. Dang, you know, if you're a parent, a child lost a tooth and you brushed it off and later on you just had regret about it. Like, dang, I missed that moment. That's one thing I'm saying very specifically. You didn't go play Tooth Fairy. And for somebody else, you lost your... Okay, and for somebody else, you lost your car keys. Distracted. You lost your car keys, distracted. There is nowhere that you can think of where you put those keys. That is because your mind was somewhere else and you put the keys according to what you were thinking about then. And so you can't trace your steps to find them because the keys are placed somewhere in the past, not according to your most recent steps. It's like you place, let's just say today is, 2025. You put your keys somewhere in 2010. And you're trying to track your steps for the last 24 hours in 2025, you would almost have to go back to the thought that you were thinking about to go find your keys according to what you were thinking about from 2010. It's that deep. Somebody is really missing out on their life right now, focusing on all the stuff from the past, living in a depressive state. Because when you go back there, you take all of your energy with you. You're no longer present. You're sitting like this. Confirmation. Just sitting there thinking about it. All the stuff you could have redone. That's what it is. Somebody's living in some regret. You're thinking about all the things you could have redone. All the things you could have done differently. And you're not recognizing that all the things that you did do got you to where you are now. And you don't appreciate it because you're not present to even see all the miracles and blessings that are coming in for you right now. So you think you messed up because you're not present to see where it got you. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. That's deep. That is deep. You're going to miss out on a lot more moments than just that, oh, it was, no. Some good things are about to happen. That's why you're seeing this message right now. And this is your prophetic warning. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Do not miss out on right now. Right now is a combination of everything from yesterday. And you're going to miss it. You don't keep reliving the same moment. I'm telling you. This is getting good. This is getting good. Because what I'm seeing is that right now, all those things that you did in the past have this abundance coming in for you. It's like you called in some abundance. You called in some help. You called in some guides. I just woke up, y'all. Y'all gonna get this message however I look. You called in some abundance. You called in some help. You called in some guides. You called in some heavy hitters. Whoever this is, you are chosen. If you see my messages, you are definitely that black sheep, that light in that dark place. You probably went through a lot of things to prove that. And to open your eyes up to spiritual warfare and to see who you really are and how powerful you are by the attacks that come against you. People don't attack little things. People go against the big dogs, and they bring out the big dogs to go against the big dogs. I know. You've been through some stuff. And so it's got you in a headspace of like, why did all this stuff happen to me? It was happening for you. It's like this lifetime of initiation. And now you finally getting to the point where, okay, past initiation, past experiences, past all of this, now it's time to step into the next phase of life where you actually go get to do that thing that you called to do and shine that light in the world. You're at the point now where you get to do it, but you still stuck in this, I'm going through it. It happened to me. You got to let that go. It's time to let that go. It is time. Okay. So now that we recognize all of this, confirmation. Now that we recognize that you're living in the past out of regret, fear that the future will be the same, instead of just coming present and saying that it's no longer like that. Life has changed for you. It is time to bring yourself present. So how to bring yourself present? You got to get grounded. That root chakra, you got to go do some healing, beloved. You got to go do some healing. Go to a water source, a lake, a river. So you'll be with all four elements. Confirmation that this is what you're supposed to do. You'll be in connection with all four elements. And if you can't get to a lake or river, go outside when it's raining. Sit covered or uncovered. Okay? But get around water, and that way you'll be with the earth, the wind, and either the moonlight or the sun. But either way, you'll have the fire, right? Be out in the elements. Be present. Sit there and take 10 deep breaths. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. Do that 10 times to bring yourself present. Because at this point, you'll be so focused on your breathing that you can't think about the past. You have to be here present thinking about your breathing. What am I doing at this moment? Holding for 4, releasing for 4. And you're going to be counting like, did I do it 10 times? You're going to be present when you do that. So anytime you feel that you slipped to the past, take those 10 deep breaths to bring yourself back present. Nature amplifies anything that you're doing. So if you're unable to get out in nature, get a cup of water, light a candle, and do this indoors, but safely if you light candles, okay? And so you want to do this so that it heightens your manifestation, okay? So if you're going to be talking about healing that root chakra, then you need to be present and sit in it and feel the pain. When you come back present, you're going to feel it. And so once you feel all of what's going on, say the words out loud. Yep. Say the words out loud. Say the words out loud. You're running from hearing it. It's swirling around in your head. Then you run from the thought. You run from the thought. You go sit back with it. No. Say it out loud. It's present. You brought it forward. You called it up right to now. Okay? So now it's today's thought. Today you said this thing. Today this thing took a life outside of you. And the reason I say it out loud is because if I tell you to write it down, people are going to make excuses about getting a paper and a pen. It's going to be harder to write it. Saying it out loud becomes like an entity outside of you. Now you can examine it. The next step would be to write it down. So if you're up to it, go ahead and do it. It's going to help you even more. It takes a new life once it's in print as well. Once it's vocal, that's one thing. But once it's written, it is written. Write the vision, make it plain. So write the problem down and address it. Make it plain. The vision you've been having in your head, that's swirling around in your head, say, write it down on a piece of paper and look at it outside of yourself and say, I see you. I see you. Speak to it. Say, I know where you came from. I know why you here. I know why I'm sitting in this. I know why. Because when I was a child, blah, 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 kept happening to me. Or this just played over and over again in my life. Trace that dark rope, like I say, down those basement steps in your mind, into your childhood, into your memories, into that dark room, and address the crying child in that dark room. Because a lot of this is just inner child wounds that we need to heal, right? Something happened in childhood that constantly pops up now over and over again because we just have not addressed it. It has not been addressed. Right? And so now you got to be like, well, what is it that I'm hiding from? What is it that I'm running from? Trace that dark rope down the basement steps into that dark room, and you're going to see it's not so scary. It's actually a child in there crying. Replaying a scene over and over again, afraid that you're not going to protect that version of yourself as an adult from that happening over and over again. You don't feel like a capable enough adult to handle that when you're actually in a position to fix it now. Okay? You got to parent yourself and go fix all of those things that you feel were problems in your childhood or keep manifesting in your love life, your platonic relationships, your money, your career. Even, with you following your purpose. Everything that's showing up now as a problem came from somewhere that you just didn't address. You ran from it. You didn't want to deal with it. But now's the time that you can do something about that. So these childhood wounds, this inner child's wound, and if you need help with this, I'm absolutely here for you. I only talk about the things I channel messages that I understand I can help with. I have the ability to look at you and tell you what age it happened at. I can see that in your energy. 8 years old is a very critical time for a lot of people. I see a lot of men who show up with a childhood mother wound around the age 8. Some are my exes. Some are my exes. But I just have the ability to see that. And I can look right at them. That's when it happened. There's something critical about that stage in development. I am not into child psychology, so I won't go that far. But I can tell you about wound mapping and healing it. Okay? But the rest, what's happening developmentally at that time, I ain't going to speak on it. We're not going to act like we're not going to go that far. But I can see it. I can kind of trace it to another entity. And then we can bring it back full circle and we can go to work on that. Okay? Because these things are as simple as what you understood as a child. You didn't have full comprehension to understand that it's not permanent. It's not forever. It's not the end of the world. But that one little glimpse into time as a child is like, oh, this is everything. And you feel subject to things happening to you beyond your control. And adult you is still behaving like, this is happening to me beyond my control. No, that happened years ago. You're still reacting to it. Okay? So it's keeping you stuck back there. All right? Okay, so to wrap this message up, because I know it's going long, sit in nature or sit inside with water and a candle. Take those deep breaths. Say the thing out loud. Speak to it. Speak all about it. Tell it about itself. I know where you came from. I know how I feel about you. I know how you keep showing up. I know that it's no longer true because I am an adult who can take care of this now. You're safe now. Talk to your emotions, your inner child, and let them know you're safe now. And here's how I know you're safe. And here's how I know we can handle this. You don't have to worry about that. I've got it from here. Okay? You have to write and release these things. You have to say them out loud. You have to get them out of your head and address them. You have to pull things out and address them as the entity, the issue, the spirit that they are, and send it on its way. So that spirit of fear and anxiety over anything mapped to a childhood wound, it's time to get it out. Release it from here and get it out here and talk to it, address it. Once you get good at this, you are going to be a beast. Because it's like, oh, I recognize something's off. Let me address it right now. Boom. 1, 2, 3, heal. We on our way. Okay? Once you regulate that nervous system and get these things under control, you are going to attract like crazy. Manifestations need a calm nervous system. Okay? I love y'all. For coaching, consulting, all my information is in the bio. Just send me an email, thecoachshoni. I love you. Be great on purpose.